right?
Yep.
Looking at his facial expression, it does look like he is here to play. He knows the stakes. He knows he has to win. So in the draft, I want to see, will he take the risk or will he go for the safest route possible? Let's go into the draft.
Note that red has been favorable. When you're on red side in this current metagame, there's a lot you can do. And boy, oh boy, as if the home crowd buff wasn't enough, Burnex Flash starts the series off on the red while OP forced to answer. They take out the Diggy, they take out the Valentina, while Burnex Flash gets rid of the Fanny and the glue.
I mean, looking at the fact that there is still a lot, I mean, we're looking at this current meta, a lot of heroes are worthy to be banned. You know, heroes that have suppression, we're looking at Kaja, we're looking at Franco. In the meantime, heroes that snowball as well. When it comes down to all of the MPL games, we're starting to look standards. Looking at standards 1-1, Joy and Fanny constantly being banned out. But for some reason, Joy is just not popping up.
Hold up. Isn't banning 1-1 a red side thing?
Here's the thing. I think I understand the draft. They're trying to draft for Shark. Because banning out the DE means big crowd control. Banning out the Valentina could take your ult, right? Something like a Lolita, the Nominum Blast. So having these two out of the way basically means you will have one big way to start the fight and your opponent doesn't have the ability to outplay it.
And by banning the 1-1, you're alleviating a lot of pressure from basically meaning Shark doesn't have to rotate up there and take care of him all game long.
Exactly.
So all they want to do right now at this point in time, give Basic the winning matchup and trying to get as much of that tempo running around to the EXP or perhaps just getting the entire river control for themselves.
Because honestly right now, the Eve has been picked up. Boon has been performing very well. I gotta say, throughout this MSC, 75% win rate on the Eve is great. But like I said, watching the NACT, personally for me, it all hinges on the Shark. If Shark gets a great hero, something like a Franco, something like a Lolita, that he can make the plays, it's going to be easy for the team. But Chama getting that landslide, and now Donut having the quad, it doesn't matter if he loses the lady phase.
They're going hard right off the bat. They're not going to be looking at anything that is too flexible. They're not looking at making the opponents think. They just go out knowing what they want. They have an idea. They want to dive.
And all the more, I'm sure basically hearing the crowd roar, he knows he's in for a treat going up against Donut, who scored 6 legendaries, 2 maniacs, 6 triple kills, and 20 double kills in last season alone. Finally, there's Joy, as well as the carry. I think OUTPLAY have drafted all of their core heroes. That's it. This is the most of the damage.
Yeah, looking at the draft, honestly, it looks like they predicted this because what hero can counter the Eve? The Claw, just because you can go and save it, you can deal a lot of damage. But what hero counters the Quad? It is the carry, it is the Leslie. And the thing is, right now, Novaria has been picked up as well. And looking at the draft right now, having the Lancelot, having the Novaria, you can heavily control the rotation of OUTPLAY.
The question is this going to be a mid Novaria in the hands of Seacat, or is D7 going to stretch all the more? Because again, D7 plays a mean Atlas, and he also plays a mean Estes. So he has that in his spectrum. I'm wondering, so far in MSC, the successful Novarians, or at least the ones who put up a good fight, a good performance, have been in mid.
I gotta say, personally for me, she can go both ways, but looking at their lineup, I kind of feel like they just... What other better mid heroes right now? Because first of all, I want this Novaria to go mid. They're banning out the Kupra. I respect that. I kind of want to see them banning out the Lolita or the Franco as well, making sure that Shark doesn't get his signature heroes.
I'm looking at Novaria thinking, what if Novaria goes mid? They have a Claude on their side, they have a Lancelot on their side. Lancelot is probably what really helped balance between the early game and the late stages of the game to help Claude get there. But if they're having a Novaria itself, Novaria really takes quite some time to really ramp up. In the early stages of the game, we are expecting more utility. So what exactly should Burnex Flash be looking out for? Do they want more damage, more sustain, or what?
Here's the thing, especially if they have something, any kind of roamer that can go inside the jungle, the Novaria can snipe a lot of those buffs.
Right.
So that's something that they can push on.
That's a difficult call here.
Yeah.
That might be a tall order for Burnex Flash to go that aggressive that soon. You can see here OUTPLAY bans out the Franco. So they know that they're willing to trade roamers. I'm wondering now if our theory at the start to draft and play for Shark at the start is accurate because, oh no, Coach Zimich, they know.
I'm thinking of something.
Oh.
I called it out, Bandit Lolita, but now I just remember one other hero that has been popping off in MSC, and that's Minotaur. Minotaur is going to be very good against this quad, and honestly, with the real world manipulation, it's going to be good for Outplay as well. So, I don't know.
Here's the thing, right? D7 is also a roamer that specializes more on defensive, supportive heroes, right? He's not exactly very aggressive, no Hilda whatsoever. It does have Natalia, but the fact that they, Bjorn as Flash, have the chance to pick up a Minotaur first, I think that pretty much could be very possible.
I really like the Minotaur here, but instead they're going to play Pickoff.
Okay.
This is guerrilla tactics coming in from Burning Splash. After the Astral Echo Vision, it'll be a clearer go. The commitment from the Kaja. So now, Outplay the question. LaFell, are we going to see it come to fruition here? Are we going to see the Bull Shark?
Honestly, I kind of feel it's very, very good for you to have the Minotaur here, because if the Kaja goes in and then everyone gets knocked up, there's not going to be any damage.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it, man.
Bull.
So, I don't know, for me, if you don't want that, you could take something like the Akai as well to kind of punish any kind of engagements coming in.
I like it. I like the Akai. Put it in the best player's hands.
Oh yeah, that's true as well. So honestly, like for Outplay, they're in a very good situation. They could really do a lot here.
They do have a little bit of a CG style for the side of Outplay. They are going to be picking up Love 2, and as you're calling it,
Wait!
Mino...
It's a Jungle Joy! It's a JJ!
Oh!
But let's hear from the mid laner from Cambodia for CCAT. For us, as the host country team, we will play our best and give our best performance, because in M4, didn't pan out so well. So hoping for them to redeem themselves, but with this draft, I'm liking what OP's putting down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. At least for Bananas Flash, they're finishing up the draft with a Fredrin. Rather frontline heavy for the side of Bananas Flash. In the meantime, backline, when it comes down to Claude, they have the snipe superiority. They have a lot that they have for themselves.
I have one problem with the draft coming in from OP. The fact that this is going to be a jungle joy. The fact that the opponent has the Kaja. Here's the thing, without the Vengeance, Joy can really not do much come late game. So I gotta see, if they don't put the pressure in fast, best player has to be very careful when he wants to go in.
And that's going to be pressure, not just for best player, but for Ureshi as well. As both a scaling XP laner and as a shot caller for Outplay, he has a lot on his shoulders. Looking at the predictions from all around the world, save for the home country of Cambodia, the world still slightly favors Outplay. So a lot of expectations from the West.
So let us all join together and prepare ourselves to enter into the land of dawn here between Outplay versus Burn X Flash.
Something to note, are we going to see fast clears? Definitely, that's what Outplay are doing, helping out that Jungle Joy. And, oh, right, yeah, Lapu Lapu, Ureshi's playing the Lapu Lapu. I was so fixated on the XP lane Joy.
Yeah, because this Joy, again, because I've had my fair share of playing with and against a Jungle Joy. It is one of those heroes in the early stages of the game. You just do a little bit too much damage. But the thing is, the thing that Moonton has done, the defenses have been nerfed. The offensive side has been buffed. But again, if you go in willy-nilly, you could get caught, you could get punished. And what did I say? What did I say? I called it.
Grab that purple at minute 1.
I called it.
And it's a joy.
Have a rover that can go inside the jungle so you can snipe it away. That's how you play the Novaria.
Oh, that's big. Especially since you were talking about the fact that OP needed that early game aggression.
Exactly.
Now, with the fact that Joy doesn't have the purple buff, he's lacking in EXP, lacking in gold. The first turtle gonna have to go to the Fnatic Flash.
Not a single kill, not much of a rotation, but already best player is down 300.
Dude, again, right now, Chuma already completing that Molten Essence. And the thing is, look at the emblems. Right now, Chuma is using the jungle emblem, so he can clear his jungle way faster. Right now, best player is using the mage emblem. Will take some time. And now CCAT, he's sniping them all.
Hot hands, CCAT hot hands.
Oh,
This is why Novaria is always banned, by the way.
Oh, it was left open. And because of the steal earlier on the purple and now the gold, you can expect that Novaria's going to be online much, much faster.
A lot of us are always wondering and pondering, where is Novaria going to go? Roam, Mage? We are all confused, but this is an exact representation from Burn X Flash what Novaria is capable of. And of course, for now, Gemma takes the turtle down, and OP wants to fight back. All 4 members from the side of OP are going to be pretty aggressive up top, but unfortunately, they spread themselves rather thinly.
Let me just say, look at the level difference. Shima is level 5. Best player is still level 4.
Yeah, no, Shark beat best player to level 4.
Dude,
That's just the truth.
That's so good.
this is what happens when your jungler is not using the jungle emblem and you get punished by having your buff stolen away.
That's also the problem, right? One of the things when it comes down to Joy is the fact that he can't really clear jungles very well, and of course he can't exactly take the Lord, the common objective, very well too.
Watch out. I think Burn X Flash is smelling. Maybe we should start pressuring basically as well, because that's where the real money is. If you take down this carry early, should be game. And so far, I think Shark, he smelt it. He was onto it. He knows that he needs to watch out for basically as well.
Right now, let's not ride off OP just yet, because again, they can scale very well with this carry. The carry will do a lot of damage, and it will come to a point where Shark will be able to have 4 to 5 man ults with his, in Fury. So there's a lot of potential when it comes to team fight. So we gotta see Burn X Flash actually putting up the tempo, start burning Outplay a little bit more. And now these
Flicker as well, Divine Judgment right on top of Hoon. Hoon tries to get himself away, but unfortunately not quite much, even after having the RWM. Burn X Flash takes the first blood.
This is how you should play an early lead like this. You continue to pressure your opponent, and you take what you can when it's right there. Not just taking down Hoon, but also wasting his flicker. Even if he did respawn, he's still reeling from it. And now basically, Donut gut checking his former teammate, a good friend of his from the Philippines.
The thing is, he only did that just to clear the minions. The fact that basically got hit, it was just like, yeah, you're just there, man. Just avoid my damage. Yeah, it's just a bonus.
And not to forget, the turtle is also up. So at least they will be able to discourage basically for coming in anytime soon to try to really get the 5-man all in from OP.
And by doing this kind of rotation, by pressuring OP this early, it allows for Burn X Flash to get more of the map. And again, slowly but surely, despite there only being 1 kill, they're bordering 2K ahead in under 5 minutes. This is amazing. This is huge from Burn X Flash.
Right now, honestly, a very great thing having both the Novaria as well as the Claws that they both clear very, very fast. But right now, ATM is in front.
So of course, when it comes down to the first line coming in for CCAT, didn't really quite do quite much. But Shark is just going to be holding it on the front line. Divine Judgment is going to be connecting on the Shark. But the back line, though, Hoon gets taken down by the hands of Shamar. And the entirety of OP would have no choice but to go on a full retreat, yielding the turtle to Burn X Flash.
Could have been something for Outplay there, but I think the fact that basically held on to that wave and kept going there showed there might be a difference in priorities for Outplay right now.
Right now, best player. Look, even D7 is just like, what, 1 or 2 levels behind? Like, Roamer with a jungler being that close in terms of level? Dude.
Well, I mean, right now, we're looking at OP. They have a Joy. Supposedly, he's going to be strong in the early game, get the snowball going. But because of the purple buff taken away, what exactly can OP do right now to catch themselves back to speed?
Best player, what he can do is he waits for Ureshi to go and find Zika as well as Donut, and then best player finishing it off. Because he has a lot of burst damage, but he needs to make sure that he has to go in safely. The only one that can help it really is Ureshi as well as Shark.
Well, this is one way to do it. Win a lane for basically, and they are going to push. I wonder if Ureshi's ready for the clapback, though. There's way too many members of Burn X Flash up top there. As we watch, his action down bottom.
Immediately being hammered through by the hands of OP as it takes themselves the first blood. The rest of Burn X Flash is responding to this. They are probably going to give away the bottom second tier turret, but back in the middle lane, back player gets snagged right out with Donut getting himself taken down, and OP would have no choice but to go back onto the attack.
Oh no, they were so close to taking that tier 2 down bottom as well. Here's another issue that the Jungle Joy presents. It's not as tanky. It's not the vengeance joy that you're expecting. Instead, it is rocking a genius one at this early point and then magic penetration. So Lafel, correct me if I'm wrong, best player here is leaning hard on the recent buff or adjustment that Muton did to this hero.
Exactly. When you're playing in the jungle, you're really just hoping instead of getting those neutral objectives, you're getting a lot of early kills and then giving your side laners a very good time. But as we saw, the side laners aren't really having that great of a time. The only one that is okay is basically, but look at how much help he needed. He needed 3 people to go to his lane to push the turret. So right now, again, almost 3,000 goalie for Burning Splash. They're looking very good.
As Jacques takes the front lines, the entirety of OP prepares to set themselves with a little bit of an off-tempo, I gotta have to say. They gotta have to work with something here. They gotta have to bring Burnet's Flash down, considering the fact that they gotta get the front line in. Best player steals the tunnel right under the nose of Tamar. And the rest of the team from Burnet's Flash erupted, and they want to get more. Donut all the way in the front, and he wants to get more blood, but he escapes just narrowly by the BMI.
One basic attack, and Basic could have taken down Donut. That would have been the recovery that Outplay needed. But something else to note, because of the way that best player is building, I'm pretty sure it wasn't just a retribution. I'm sure there was some level of a basic attack or a skill proc that helped him secure that. That was amazing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he comboed with his dash as well. That's how he secured it. Here's the thing, it's actually so interesting. Burning Splash, the moment that the turtle was stolen, everyone's just like, okay, I don't care, let's kill this guy. We're all going in, even though it was very, very risky, man, because they were all in a very tight space. The real manipulation was top. But again, I like that they tested their limits. No one really went down, and now they have a rough idea of how much damage that they can output.
Something else to present, maybe for Outplay to bounce back here, given Burnex Flash's relentless pressuring of the jungle. The fact that maybe the gold lane isn't something that Burnex Flash are attacking just yet. And mind you, Outplay are a scaling lineup. They need a jungle joy. They have a jungle joy, and they need to build up on basically. And it's not like Hoon is just gonna sit there. So yeah, maybe given that Burnex Flash are slowly slowing down and giving space up top on the map, and maybe even mid next here, Outplay can bounce back.
Actually, quite interesting enough that Burning Splash, they're really utilizing all of their threats, right? Because having the concealed, you would always assume the Kaja wants to go for you, but over there, they're just like, if you dare to fight back, we will kill you. But if not, it's totally fine. We're just going to take your turret. We're just going to take your structures. And now, Shark and D7, they see each other here. And again, as we saw, for both of the roamers, I would say especially Shark can really turn things around. For D7, it's just an enabler.
And given what's happening so far, despite there being a little more space for Outplay on the map to move around with, I think Burning Splash understands that this can all collapse in one single blow because they don't know where Ureshi is. I wonder if they see. All right, Ureshi makes himself known. Still hiding here?
Still hiding.
Ooh, that's a good angle, though. I wonder. Oh.
Doesn't seem like they will be able to do quite much from the side of OP. They're all gathering in the middle lane, but they don't have vision on the Lord at all. So Shamar takes the Lord very easily without a single challenge.
Yep, that's the blitz right there. They spent all 5 members, and that allows for the Lord just to shred it.
Yeah, and looking at the situation again, D7 using the concealed, just be like, kind of like threatening them. Do you guys want to take this fight? Do you really want to take it? And it looks like for Outplay right now, being 4,500 gold behind, they're not going to take it. Looking at the itemization here, even basically has to opt for a very early win of nature because he's smelling it. He knows that a fight is going to come through because looking at Donut right now, he cares about damage. The win of nature is not there. Yeah, I kind of feel like within like 1 or 2 minutes, the win of nature will be there. And at that point, I kind of feel like Burning Splash might even force it.
I mean, Burning Splash is starting to lose a little bit of their skilling because they still need to let Donut get the perfect item composition, right? In the meantime, for the short, narrow time in between, OP's Joy will eventually get his Divine Glaive. Once the Divine Glaive comes up, we should be able to expect a little bit more performance from Best Player 1, and it should be one of the main win conditions that we should look out for until minute 15.
Yeah, but to get there, Outplay have to defend. There's a Lord knocking on their door here. It's going to clear a little bit of the Holy Shielding, and they are going to maintain all inhibitors. So yeah, they're not quite out the woods yet.
There's Ever Flickus right in. Ureshi takes the opportunity to jump over to the back line, but unfortunately, the only thing they can do is stay within the RWM, but he still gets taken down. Basically, moves himself up north, while Donut moves himself out down south. It doesn't seem like Burning Splash will be able to get any more than what they have gotten, but still, getting all this inhibitor turret down to so low, I find that value.
looking at the situation, I can understand. Because Burning Splash, they saw Shark already using the Luminum Blast. Sorry, not the Luminum Blast, the Minimum Fury, just to clear out. The minions are like, oh, it's safe. And now Donut wants to 1v1. Basically, hear the crowd, man. Every single time it misses, everyone's just like, oh.
But just the same, compared to yesterday, basically he's playing so smooth. He knows when that snipe coming in from Seacat is coming in. And that's one of the few things you can at least rely on if you're outplay.
Looking at this fight as well, I kind of feel like it is a bit of a mistake for you to pull in Ureshi because he kind of wants to get into the fight. So I kind of feel like that should be talked about as a mistake. So after this, if they want to push the end, either kill Ureshi before he can use the Bravest Fighter or don't pull him at all.
Speaking of Ureshi, he's finding another cheeky angle here, but BXF's very own D7 spots him, and now they're forcing Outplay to do their own version of the Ube. No one home for the Astral Echo there, coming in from Seacat, which is also himself a scary threat right now. I feel like if he does find eventually, basically, with that snipe. Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Speaking of devil.
But not too much, at least for now. We still require a little bit more time until Seacat's snipe can eventually pose a huge threat over to basically.
I mean, at this point, the thing about a Novaria is that you can deal good initial damage, and now that the Holy Crystal has been bought, they really gotta escape all of that damage because you don't have to finish with the Novaria. You can start with the Novaria and then end it with a Claude. Speaking of which, look at the positioning of Donut as well as D7. They're trying to find a flank here. They're trying to find anyone that wants to get a cheeky play and try to get a kill.
Oh, spots a couple there.
Two of them.
So there's so much vision coming in from Burning Splash, makes this Lord all the more safer. And they close the gap though. There's a push by Outplay. Off cam, there's two engagements, possibly waiting to explode. Oh, ATM wants to engage.
And best player is the one that sticks his neck out first, but it doesn't seem like he will be able to get anywhere close.
Donut.
Center. It's just going to be ending the game. Burning Splash, they are ending it, and OP have got no answers.
There's that trademark cheeky play coming in from Burning Splash.